Hey everyone, it's Danny Malave. So this is my MMP update number 2. Um, so for this round, I think that what's kind of going on is I've been talking to people in my online communities, specifically Twitter and some student affairs professionals who work with educational technology and how to best incorporate it into student affairs. And so my project has kind of taken a different turn. So prior to this update, what I was doing was I was focusing on developing videos or movie media that can be used within presentations within the classroom. But one thing that a student affairs professional brought to my attention was that it might be good to also have something that was not only proactive but also reactive. Um, so I will be posting different resources to this blog, which is the blog that I have been have kind of developed for the Scarlet Honor Council, that talks about academic integrity and different things like that. Um, but in addition to just posting resources such as still media, movie media, I'm also gonna incorporate this right here, this reflection section. So this reflection section was kind of inspired by an idea that kind of came up in one of our staff meetings. The focus was based on how can we get students to not only use multimedia tools, but use them in a way that's going to benefit not only themselves but other students. So in doing so, what I came up with was, in addition to the kind of narrative reflections that we usually have students write, reflections on their behavior, the decisions they make that impact their education. We would also allow students to use multimedia tools, so they can maybe make a video or use moving media and some audio to convey their decision-making process and what happened, what were some of the outcomes, and what maybe they would have done differently. They can also use still media, so different images that they find kind of convey their behavior and what they learned from it, different things like that. In addition to the kind of written narrative that we normally have. One thing that I thought is a good idea is kind of post a few samples. So part of my MMP is going to be posting a sample narrative, a sample video, and a sample image that, and with little smaller descriptions that kind of convey what students would post later. Um, so I'm still in the stages of developing that stuff will be posted, but I thought it was really interesting to kind of have students give their experiences using these multimedia tools. It kind of is more in the spirit of the assignment, incorporating it into our work, and the samples will kind of convey to students different ways that they can do it, and some of the kind of learning outcomes, or the reasons, the function behind it, so students can kind of see, or students who haven't violated the academic integrity policy or the code of conduct can kind of see some cautionary tales, what other students fell into, different things like that. And students who have violated the academic integrity policy or the code of student conduct at Rutgers could see that they're not the only ones. I think one thing that we've kind of come in contact with in my work is working with students who feel like they're kind of singled out, feel like they're the only ones who ever make mistakes. So this kind of gives students the opportunity to understand the full impact of their behavior and how other students can benefit from it, and also see that they're not just kind of on an island by themselves having made a mistake. Um, so this seems more functional. Talking to people in the student affairs community, I've seen that like other schools have done similar things, but nothing as specific as a blog, which I think is really cool because it's really innovative. Um, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to post different tools as well. So in addition to the About the Scarlet Honor Council, different events we have, there will be this Reflections tab. And in the Reflections tab, I'm going to post different resources, and as well as a sample reflections. So for example, I would post something about Windows Movie Maker, and kind of talk about how students can use Windows Movie Maker to convey the same message that they would otherwise convey in a kind of a personal narrative. So this kind of gives students the tools that they need, and it gives them a place to kind of have their voices heard. I know that was something that we talked a lot about, and that's kind of something I'm passionate about, is getting students, especially for me anyway, students who have made mistakes, students who have done things that, have impacted the university community, and trying to get them to understand that they're not the only ones, but also get their voices heard. So this gives a forum for that. For my classmates, what I think I can use some help with is trying to figure out if there's anything else, if there's any other resource that you think I should start posting about. Obviously, I'm going to use some of the tools that we talked about within this class, but is there anything else that I should post? Maybe a different kind of sample that you guys have thought of. I thought about posting an audio sample, but I was kind of debating. So, what do you think about that? How have you guys come into contact with online communities that have kind of changed your perception of your own project? One thing that I was focused on before was incorporating it into the classroom, but in talking to different people, especially student affairs professionals who use educational technology, we kind of the basic consensus was I'm not normally in the classroom. That's just not the nature of my job. So this gives me an opportunity to kind of do more with this project. It's a little more work, but I think in the end it'll be useful, and it'll be something that'll kind of benefit the students. I mean, as well as this class and kind of getting the grade. But to me, it's more important to kind of have a function behind this, something that we can integrate into our work. So that's kind of something that. So have you guys run into anything that you found in the various communities that you're a part of that has kind of changed the direction of your project? So that's I kind of don't want to feel like I'm the only one changing everything around. And also, what do you think I should post to kind of draw students in? So for me, getting students to want to use this reflection, want to use this multimedia tool or this forum to post multimedia about reflections of things that have happened to them. What do you think is a good way to get that message out there? I was thinking about kind of the basic generic paper advertising, but what else is there? I was also thinking about making various videos using my student staff, but I feel like there might be some other things. So if you guys can help me out with that, that'd be awesome. I hope you guys kind of like how my project is coming along. Like I said, it's kind of taking a very different turn from what I had before. And as I go, I'll actually be posting more updates as I kind of get them, because I think that your feedback is essential. So thank you for your time.